creaking a familiar song. The shadows on the lawn are getting long. I'm kicking off my boots, letting out a sigh, watching the fireflies begin to fly. The world is rushing by on the interstate, but everything I need is right behind this gate. Got a glass of sweet tea melting in my hand, looking out over this piece of promised land. I ain't got a fortune, I ain't got a crown, but I'm the king of the world. When the sun goes down, I'm just front porch dreaming in a rocking chair, breathing in the rhythm of the evening air, thinking about the places that I'll never go, and watching corn and the children grow. Yeah, life's a little slower, life's a little sweet, with a wooden floorboards underneath my feet. Just front porch dreaming. I see my reflection in the window pane, thinking about the sunshine, thankful for the rain. Old man Miller's tractor hums a mile away, the perfect ending to a hard-working day. Maybe I'll build that shed or fix the garden fence, but right now chasing shadows makes a lot more sense. Some folks need a city with the lights so bright to feel like they're living in the middle of the night. But I'll take the crickets and a whippoorwill and the peace that settles when the wind is still. I'm just front porch dreaming in a rocking chair, breathing in the rhythm of the evening air, thinking about the places that I'll never go, and watching the corn and the children grow. Yeah, life's a little slower, life's a little sweet, with a wooden floorboards underneath my feet. Just front porch dreaming. Yeah, just rocking back and forth, watching the North Star, thinking about how lucky we are. Front porch dreaming. Yeah, that's all I need. The sky is the color of a tarnished dime, and the air is thick with the weight of time. The cicadas are screaming in the heat of the day, while the corn is turning a dusty gray. Then I see a flash on the ridge out west, and the thunder starts beating in my chest. The first few drops are heavy and slow, hitting the pavement where the weeds don't grow. A little bit of steam and a sudden hiss, like a long-lost lover's ghostly kiss. It's the smell of rain on dry asphalt, forgiving the summer for every fall. That sweet sharp scent of the earth waking up like a drop of silver in a clay baked cup. It's the rhythm of the road and the clouds above, the hardest kind of grace and the oldest love. The smell of rain on dry asphalt. I'm standing on the curb with my head tilted back, watching the water fill the spider web crack. It's washing the oil and the grit away into the gutters of a Saturday. I spent a lifetime waiting for the flood to turn the dust back into honest blood. They say you can't bottle a feeling like this, the moment of relief that you didn't want to miss. It's a chemical reaction, a soul deep spark, bringing the light out of the heavy-duty dark. It's the smell of rain on dry asphalt, forgiving the summer for every fall. That sweet sharp scent of the earth waking up like a drop of silver in a clay baked cup. It's the rhythm of the road and the clouds above, the hardest kind of grace and the oldest love. The smell of rain on dry asphalt. Yeah, breathe it in, where the miles begin. The storm is here, and the air is clear. The smell of rain on dry asphalt. He's standing by the window where the neon bleeds, looking at the junk that nobody needs. A rusted out trumpet and a wedding band, a heavy-duty life in a second-hand land. But his eyes are fixed on a mahogany case with a pendulum swinging at a funeral pace. He's got Roman numbers and a brass-plated key, and it's ticking like a heart that's finally free. He checks his wrist, but his watch is stopped since the day his world was finally swapped. It's just the old man and the pawn shop clock, counting down the seconds to the final lock, watching the minutes that he couldn't save in the dusty light of a bargain bin cave. It's a rhythm of wood and a rhythm of steel, turning on a heavy-duty invisible wheel. The old man and the pawn shop clock. He remembers the chime in the hallway rug, scent of the cedar and the coffee mug, before the bills piled up like a winter snow and the doctor said it was time to go. Now he comes here just to hear it strike, the only sound in the world that he still likes. They say time is money and money is time, but you can't buy back a single mountain climb. It's sitting on a shelf with a 90-buck tag, a lifetime of moments in a plastic bag. It's just the old man and the pawn shop clock, counting down the seconds to the final lock, watching the minutes that he couldn't save in the dusty light of a bargain bin cave. It's a rhythm of wood and a rhythm of steel, turning on a heavy-duty invisible wheel. The old man and the pawn shop clock. Yeah, listen to the tick, the air is getting thick. One more chime at the end of the line. The old shop clock. There are creases deep as a canyon floor, and a scar from a blade back in '74. The knuckles are swollen and the skin is like leather, tough enough to handle any kind of weather. It's been 40 years on the factory line, turning the raw into something fine. It don't shake like it used to, it's steady and slow, with a strength that a younger man wouldn't know. It's a story written in grease and in grit of a man who never knew how to quit. It's the weight of a work-worn hand on a steering wheel or a piece of land. It's the heavy-duty truth of a life on the clock, solid as a mountain, steady as a rock. It's built the houses and it's fixed the steel, making the world turn on a heavy-duty wheel. The weight of a work-worn hand. It can cradle a child with a gentle touch, though it spent its days clutching a lever and clutch. It's got a permanent stain from the oil and the coal that's worked its way down to the middle of the soul. When it rests on the table at the end of the day, it's got more to tell than a man could say. It's a map of the labor, a chart of the toil, rooted in the iron and the southern soul. A callous blessing and an honest wage, the final signature on a dusty page. It's the weight of a work-worn hand on a steering wheel or a piece of land. It's the heavy-duty truth of a life on the clock, solid as a mountain, steady as a rock. It's built the houses and it's fixed the steel, making the world turn on a heavy-duty wheel. The weight of a work-worn hand. Yeah, lay it on the wood like a father should. The work is through and the grip is true. The weight of a hand, a work-worn hand. Water tower stands like a ghost in the sky, watching the rusted out Chevys go by. I walk past the diner, the one on the bend, where everybody's a cousin or an old-time friend. But the silence is heavy since you went away, and the sky's turned a permanent shade of gray. I try to duck my head and just walk on through, but the sidewalk is whispering stories of you. There's no hiding place when the world is this small, and your name is written on every brick wall. Caught in the shadows of a small town, where the sun goes up and the walls close down. Every stoplight glow and every neon sign is a map of a love that I left behind. You can run for the highway, you can try to fly, but the shadows of a small town never say goodbye. The high school bleachers are peeling their paint, the choir in the chapel is singing so faint. I see your old man at the hardware store. He looks at the ground, then he looks at the door. I wanna say something, but the words are too loud in a place where you can't get lost in a crowd. They say time is a healer and life goes on, but the ghosts are still here even after you're gone. There's a memory waiting at the edge of the park, and it always finds me right before dark. Caught in the shadows of a small town, where the sun goes up and the walls close down. Every stoplight glow and every neon sign is a map of a love that I left behind. You can run for the highway, you can try to fly, but the shadows of a small town never say goodbye. Yeah, the shadows are long and the secrets are deep, in a town that's supposed to be fast asleep. But I'm still awake in the shadows of a small town. The morning paper's got a ring of brown right next to the news from the edge of town. I'm sitting at the table with a ballpoint pen, trying to figure out where the week has been. I've got a list of chores and a list of dreams, ticking off the minutes and the busted seams. The ink is blurring on the grocery list, thinking about the moments that I might have missed between the to-do and the wanna stay. In the quiet light of a Sabbath day, it's just coffee stains and Sunday plans, holding the future in my shaky hands. A little bit of caffeine, a little bit of prayer, looking for an answer in the kitchen here. We say we're gonna go, we say we're gonna do, but we're just making circles till the day is through, with coffee stains and Sunday plans. Fix the porch and paint the shed, right under the things that you never said. I promised we'd drive to the Mountain View, but the engine's acting up and the rent is due. So I'll map out a road on a napkin scrap, while the cat is sleeping in a sunbeam lap. It's a fragile ritual of paper-thin hope, a way to handle the downward slope, building a castle out of ink and steam before the Monday morning breaks the dream. It's just coffee stains and Sunday plans, holding the future in my shaky hands. A little bit of caffeine, a little bit of prayer, looking for an answer in the kitchen air. We say we're gonna go, we say we're gonna do, but we're just making circles till the day is through, with coffee stains and Sunday plans. Yeah, spill a little more on the wooden floor, let the list stay there in the rocking chair. Coffee stains and Sunday plans. The screen doors creaking, a familiar song. The shadows on the lawn are getting long. We're kicking off my boots, letting out a sigh, watching the fireflies begin to fly. The world is rushing by on the interstate, but everything I need is right behind this gate. Got a glass of sweet tea melting in my hand, looking out over this piece of promised land. I ain't got a fortune crown, but I'm the king of the world when the sun goes down. I'm just front porch dreaming in a rocking chair, breathing in the rhythm of the evening air, thinking about the places that I'll never go, and watching the corn and the children grow. Yeah, life's a little slower, life's a little sweet, with the wooden floorboards underneath my feet, just front porch dreaming. I see my reflection in the window pane, thinking about the sunshine, thankful for the rain. Old man Miller's tractor hums a mile away, a perfect ending to a hard-working day. Maybe I'll build that shed or fix the garden fence, but right now chasing shadows makes a lot more sense. Some folks need a city with the lights so bright to feel like they're living in the middle of the night, but I'll take the crickets and the whippoorwill and the peace that settles when the wind is still. I'm just front porch dreaming in a rocking chair, breathing in a rhythm of the evening air, thinking about the places that I'll never go, and watching the corn and the children grow. Yeah, life's a little slower, life a little sweet, with the wooden floorboards underneath my feet, just front porch dreaming. Yeah, just rocking back and forth, watching the North Star, thinking about how lucky we are, front porch dreaming. Yeah, that's all I need. The coffee's brewing for a party of one, the Sunday paper sitting out in the sun. I still set the placemat, I still lay the fork like a habit that's stuck like a stubborn old cork, but the silence is louder than the ticking of the clock since I heard the turn of the final lock. The wood is polished and the surface is clean, the loneliest sight that I've ever seen, just a shadow where a person used to be, staring right back at the ghost of me. It's just an empty chair at the kitchen table. I'm trying to stay strong, I'm trying to stay able, but the morning light has a way of showing exactly where the cold wind's blowing. A vacant space in a crowded heart, watching the breakfast hour fall apart at the empty chair at the kitchen table. I remember the way you'd lean on the back, talking about the things that our future would lack, with a laugh that could brighten the darkest of days, and a million little sweet and stubborn ways. Now the dust is the only thing sitting there now, with a heavy weight pressing on my brow. could move it to the attic, I could hide it away, but I'd still see the gap at the end of the day. It's a monument built out of oak and air to the love that we promised we'd always share. It's just an empty chair at the kitchen table. I'm trying to stay strong, I'm trying to stay able, but the morning light has a way of showing exactly where the cold wind's blowing. A vacant space in a crowded heart, watching the breakfast hour fall apart at the empty chair at the kitchen table. Yeah, the eggs are cold and the story's told, just sitting here with a lonely tear and an empty chair. Yeah, an empty chair.
Concrete's cold and the roof is gone. In the early light of a grayscale dawn, I'm standing in the center of a hollowed tower that used to hold the grain and the winter's power. But the harvest is finished and the farm is still on the lonely side of a limestone hill. I shout a name into the cavern of stone, the most lonesome sound that I've ever known. It bounces off the walls and it climbs the sky like a heavy-duty ghost that refuses to die. It's just the echo in the empty silo where the high winds howl and the spirits lie low. A hollow point heart in a galvanized shell with a story to tell that it can't quite tell, ringing like a bell that's been stripped of its tongue in the place where the heavy-duty songs were sung. The echo in the empty silo. I remember the dust and the golden heat and the rhythmic thrum of the tractor's beat when the air was thick and the work was hard and the children played in the gravel yard. Now it's just a chimney for the rain and the wind, where the memory of the labor has finally thinned. They say silence is golden, but they've never been here, where the sound of the past is the only thing clear. It's a heavy-duty vacuum, a space in the soul that the passage of time can never make whole. It's just the echo in the empty silo where the high winds howl and the spirits lie low. A hollow point heart in a galvanized shell with a story to tell that it can't quite tell, ringing like a bell that's been stripped of its tongue in the place where the heavy-duty songs were sung. The echo in the empty silo. Just the echo in the empty silo where the high winds howl and the spirits lie low. A hollow point heart in a galvanized shell with a story to tell that it can't quite tell, ringing like a bell that's been stripped of its tongue, in the place where the heavy-duty songs were sung. The echo in the empty silo. You listen to it fade in the cooling shade. One last sound before it hits the ground. The echo in the empty silo.
The neon's flickering, losing its glow. The bartender's cleaning the taps in a row. The floor is all scuffed from a long Friday night, and the band is unplugging the last of the light. But I'm standing here with my hand in your hand, trying to ignore that the world's gonna sting. The jukebox is down to its very last dime, and I'm begging the clock for a little more time. Just one more spin before the magic is gone, before we both have to face the gray of the dawn. It's the last dance at the honky-tonk tonight, under the hum of the fading blue light. The sawdust is settled, the whiskey is dry, and I'm looking for forever in the blink of an eye. One more step, baby, slow and sweet, between the empty bar stools and our tired feet, at the last dance at the honky-tonk. Your head's on my shoulder, your eyes are half closed, the scent of your perfume in the dust in our nose. Tomorrow this place will be quiet and cold, just another story that's already been told. Right now the shadows are dancing along to the ghost of the melody, a bittersweet song. They're locking the door and they're turning the key, but the world's still spinning for you and for me. Don't let go yet, let the moment just hang, like the echo of the steel guitar that just sang. It's the last dance at the honky-tonk tonight, under the hum of the fading blue light. The sawdust is settled, the whiskey is dry, and I'm looking for forever in the blink of an eye. One more step, baby, slow and sweet, between the empty bar stools and our tired feet, at the last dance at the honky-tonk. Yeah, the lights are coming up, the music's died down, but I'm still holding on in this old part of town. One last dance.
honky-tonk.
Hanging from a pole on a wraparound porch, bleached by the rays of a summertime torch. The scarlet's turned to a dusty rose in the rhythm of the wind that the valley blows. The stars are blurring into a silver gray haze, like a memory of the heavy-duty, old-fashioned days. The fabric is frayed at the edge of the blue, telling the stories of the things she's been through. Through the ice and the hail and the humidity heat, high above the quiet of a dead-end street. It's just old glory fading in the sun, watching the work that'll never be done. Between the stripes and the shadows of the evening light, she's holding her ground through the middle of the night. A weather-worn symbol of a heavy-duty pride, with a whole lot of history trapped deep inside. Oh, glory fading in the sun. She's seen the parades and she's seen the goodbyes under the watch of the mid-July skies. Now the cotton is thin and the grommets are rust, and the hem is heavy with the mountain road dust. But she still catches wind like a sail on a ship, even with the fray and the heavy-duty rip. They say keep her bright and keep her brand new, but I like the look of the red, white, and blue when it's lived through the seasons and stood in the rain and carries the weight of the joy and the pain. It's just old glory fading in the sun, watching the work that'll never be done. Between the stripes and the shadows of the evening light, she's holding her ground through the middle of the night. A weather-worn symbol of a heavy-duty pride, with a whole lot of history trapped deep inside. Oh, glory fading in the sun. Yeah, let the colors bleed, it's all that we need. Waving so slow in the golden glow. Glory fading in the sun. I've been carrying this weight in my denim pocket, next to a hollow heart and a silver locket. It's got jagged teeth and a coat of red, for a door that's been closed and a life that's been led. I found it buried in a box of old receipts, back when the world was wide and the air was sweet. It don't fit the house and it don't fit the car. It won't get me into the local bar, but I know the gate where the hinge has grown in a corner of the county that I've always known. It's just a rusty key to a padlock dream, tossed in the middle of a muddy stream, trying to open up a ghost town door to a version of me that don't live here no more. Jagged little piece of a used to be that's losing its grip on the rest of me. A rusty key to a padlock dream. I remember the day that I turned the tumblers, before we were losers and before we were gamblers. We were building a kingdom out of sawdust and hope, at the end of a fraying yellow nylon rope. Now the wood is rotten and the roof is thin, and the only thing living is the wind getting in. Sometimes you gotta just let the iron rust and leave the old secrets to the moths and the dust. Cause a key in your hand is a heavy-duty thing when there ain't no more music for the heart to sing. It's just a rusty key to a padlock dream, tossed in the middle of a muddy stream, trying to open up a ghost town door to a version of me that don't live here no more. A jagged little piece of a used to be that's losing its grip on the rest of me. A rusty key to a padlock dream. Yeah, drop it in the dirt, let it lose a hurt. Don't try the lock on the granite rock, just a rusty key to a padlock dream. Yeah, let it be.
The case is dusty in the corner of the room, hiding like a secret in the velvet and the gloom. I popped the latches and I felt the cedar scent of 1,000 nights and the money we spent on strings and picks and a dream that wasn't loud, before we lost a rhythm in the middle of a crowd. The finish is cracked like a wintertime lake, and there's a little bit of rattle in the bridge's wake. But when I strike a chord, the wood starts to hum like it's been waiting for the music to come. It's just the echo of an old guitar ringing out under the evening star, a ghost of a melody, a lonesome refrain of the joy we found and the deep-seated pain. It ain't just a wire and it ain't just wood, it's a story told as only it could, in the echo of an old guitar. I remember the stage at the Grange Hall dance, where I caught the light of a second chance, and the way your voice would climb up high, like a hawk circling in a summertime sky. I'm just playing for the shadows and the mice, paying for the memories at a heavy-duty price. Say the songs we write never really die, they just float around in the carbon and the sky, waiting for a hand that's a little bit worn to bring them back home to the place they were born. It's just the echo of an old guitar ringing out under the evening star, a ghost of a melody, a lonesome refrain of the joy we found and the deep-seated pain. It ain't just a wire and it ain't just wood, it's a story told as only it could, in the echo of an old guitar. Let the G-string ring
let the hollow wood sing just a little bit of soul before I lose control of the echo of an old guitar. Sitting in a velvet box, a heavy silver weight, a relic of a century that finally met its fate. The etching on the casing is a forest in the frost, a map of every second that we've already lost. I wind it till it tightens, but the tension doesn't hold. Just a heavy-duty silence in a casing made of gold. The hands are frozen solid at 4:15, like a shadow on the ceiling or a lock upon the door. The heart of it is snapped, a tiny ribbon made of steel that'll never let the gears know exactly how to feel. It's a pocket watch with a broken mainspring, waiting for a song that it'll never get to sing. Caught in a moment that refuses to pass, behind the cracked surface of the heavy-duty glass. The rhythm is gone and the ticking has died, with a lifetime of minutes trapped deep down inside. A pocket watch with a broken mainspring. My grandfather held it in the palm of his hand when he worked the iron engines of this heavy-duty land. He used to say the pulse of it was steady and was true. Now it's just a piece of metal looking back at you. It doesn't care for sunrise and it doesn't care for noon. It's a lonesome little planet with a stationary moon. They say the time is healing, that it flows like a stream, but sometimes it's a jagged part of a half-finished dream, where the tension gets too high and the metal starts to fray, and you're left with a forever in the middle of the day. It's a pocket watch with a broken mainspring, waiting for a song that it'll never get to sing. Caught in a moment that refuses to pass, behind the cracked surface of the heavy-duty glass. The rhythm is gone and the ticking has died, with a lifetime of minutes trapped deep down inside. A pocket watch with a broken mainspring. You feel the cold snap in the memory trap. The hands won't move in the ancient groove. A pocket watch with a broken mainspring. Condensation dripping down the side of the glass, watching the taillights of the Friday night pass. I'm sitting on the tailgate with the radio low,
in the kind of quiet only locals know. The frost on the bottle is a bite on my hand in the humid heat of this bottomland. One sip for the long day, one for the road, one for the weight of this heavy-duty load. But the more that I drink, the more I can see the way things were and the way they should be. It's just a cold beer and a warm memory, fighting for space in the center of me. One's got a chill and the other's a fire. One is the truth and the other's desire. I'm washing down the dust and the ghost of your name, trying to keep the two from feeling the same. A cold beer and a warm memory. I remember the way that you laughed in the dark by the glowing orange of a bonfire spark. You were leaning on me like a cedar post fence back when the world made a whole lot of sense. Now the aluminum's cold and the feeling is old, and the story's been written and the story's been told. They say time heals all, but I think they're wrong. It just makes the echoes feel twice as long. So I hold on to the ice and I hold on to the glow until I got nowhere left to go. It's just a cold beer and a warm memory, fighting for space in the center of me. One's got a chill and the other's a fire. One is the truth and the other's desire. I'm washing down the dust and the ghost of your name, trying to keep the two from feeling the same. A cold beer and a warm memory. Yeah, tailed it back on this gravel track. The frost and the flame still playing the game. A cold beer and a warm memory. Black wings against a bruised up sky, watching the restless world go by. They're lined up like notes on a staff of black, keeping their secrets on a one-way track. They don't move for the wind, they don't move for the rain. They just sit there mocking the heavy-duty pain. They see the runner and they see the thief. They see the winter and the fallen leaf. An audience of shadows in a row, waiting for the seeds we're about to sow. It's just crows on a telephone wire, staring down at the field and the fire. Black silhouettes on a copper line, checking the clock and the warning sign. They know when you're leaving, they know when you're gone, singing a song for a dark-eyed dawn. Crows on a telephone wire. I've been driving this road since I was a boy, when the world was a treasure and life was a toy. And every morning they're in the same place, judging the lines on a tired man's face. They don't need a pulpit, they don't need a law, just a sharp black beak and a jagged claw. Maybe they're talking about where we went wrong, in a language you call that's a century long. But maybe they're just waiting for the wire to break and the whole damn world to finally wake. It's just crows on a telephone wire, staring down at the field and the fire. Black silhouettes on a copper line, checking the clock and the warning sign. They know when you're leaving, they know when you're gone, singing a song for a dark-eyed dawn. Crows on a telephone wire. Yeah, just watching the street in the midday heat. Don't look 'em in the eye against the gray blue sky. Crows on a telephone wire. Yeah, they're watching you
found it tucked in the back of a drawer, under some letters from a forgotten war. It's curled at the edges and the black's turned to gray, but it feels like it happened just yesterday. You're leaning against the fender of that old blue truck, with a smile that says we'd found our luck. The world's got a way of moving too fast, turning the future into the past, but I'm holding a moment that refuses to die, right here in the palm of my hand and my eye. And we're forever in a faded photograph, still hearing the echo of your golden laugh. The sun's always setting, the sky's always gold, and we're still young and we're never getting old. Time can't touch us and the rain can't fall on the two of us standing against the wall in a faded photograph. Your hair's caught in the wind of a July breeze, and the shadows are dancing under the trees. I remember the smell of the rain on the heat, and the way my heart skipped a heavy beat. We didn't have a penny or a plan in sight, but we had the stars and we had the night. Now there's lines on my face and silver in yours, and we've walked through 1,000 different doors. But when I look at this paper, the years disappear, and I'm right back in the minute you held me near. And when we're forever in a faded photograph, still hearing the echo of your golden laugh. The sun's always setting, the sky's always gold, and we're still young and we're never getting old. Time can't touch us and the rain can't fall on the two of us standing against the wall in a faded photograph. It's a little bit blurry and a little bit torn, but it's where our forever was born, just you and me in a faded photograph. Leather's cracked and the spine is a mess from the years of the secrets and the heavy-duty stress. I filled up the margins and I've blotted the ink on everything I've done and everything I think. I'm down to the bottom of the final white sheet, where the ink and the paper are about to meet. It's a heavy-duty volume of the dust and the rain, the blueprints of pleasure and the maps of the pain. The pen is a hammer in a trembling hand, recording the history of a shifting land. It's the last page of a heavy-duty diary, a quiet little ending for a heart that was fiery, closing the record and shutting the door on the things that I'm not gonna say anymore. A final confession, a period of stone in the most crowded story that I've ever known. The last page of a heavy-duty diary. I remember the first entry 20 years back, when the ink was as deep as a midnight track. Now the handwriting's shaky and the words are all few, because I've said all I can to the world and to you. There's a peace in the finish grace in the end, when the truth and the silence finally blend. They say life isn't lived until it's been told, but there's a heavy-duty beauty in the letting go of the hold. To leave the book sitting on a mahogany shelf and start a new chapter in the heart of yourself. It's a last page of a heavy-duty diary, a quiet little ending for a heart that was fiery, closing the record and shutting the door on the things that I'm not gonna say anymore. Final confession, a period of stone, and the most crowded story that I've ever known. The last page of a heavy-duty diary. Heavy-duty diary.
There's a white line fever in my tired eyes, underneath the weight of the morning skies. My jacket's got a story in every freight, a ghost of the roads that I walked yesterday. It's a uniform worn by the restless and the bound, in a world that keeps spinning round and round. The pump is clicking at the Texaco station, a lonely heartbeat for a traveling nation. The fumes are rising in a shimmering haze, like a memory of the better looking days. It's just faded denim and gasoline, the only two colors that I've ever seen. One is the fabric of a hard-working life, the other is the fuel for the distance and strife. Blue on the body and gold in the tank, the only two things that I've gotta thank. Faded denim and gasoline. Got a grease-stained thumb and a callous palm, looking for a storm or a midnight calm. This fabric is thin, but it holds the heat of 1,000 miles on a vinyl seat. It smells like a garage in a Sunday rain, a heavy-duty remedy for lightweight pain. They say the clothes make the man, or so I've been told, but I'm just trying to keep from the highway cold. You can keep your silk and your polished shoes, I'll take the workwear and the petroleum blues. It's just faded denim and gasoline, the only two colors that I've ever seen. One is the fabric of a hard-working life, the other is the fuel for the distance and strife. Blue on the body and gold in the tank, the only two things that I've gotta thank. Faded denim and gasoline. Yeah, screw the cap tight into the night. The threads are tearing, but I'm still wearing faded denim and gasoline.
is missing from the Belfry Tower, and the playground surrendered to the wildflower. The windows are boarded with a plywood gray, keeping the ghosts of the children at play. I can still see the ruts from the yellow bus in the red clay dirt that survived all of us. The chalk is dust and the slate is cracked, and the library shelves are neatly sacked. But if you listen close to the whistling pine, you can hear the rhythm of a nursery rhyme. It's just an old school house on the hill, standing so stubborn and standing so still, where we learned our letters and we learned our names, and the rules of the world and the playground games. A brick and mortar memory of a simpler time, before the mountain got so hard to climb. I carved my initials in the sycamore tree, right next to the girl who meant the world to me. The ink on the desk has long since dried, and the secrets we whispered have all moved inside. The hallways are narrow and the ceiling is low, but it's the only foundation I used to know. They built a new one down by the interstate with a digital sign and a heavy iron gate, but it don't have the soul of the creaky floor or the hand-painted numbers on the heavy oak doors. Just an old school house on the hill, standing so stubborn and standing so still, where we learned our letters and we learned our names, and the rules of the world and the playground games. A brick and mortar memory of a simpler time, before the mountain got so hard to climb. Yeah, the lesson's over and the bell is gone, but the ghost of the teacher is still hanging on at the old schoolhouse on the hill. I don't need a ticket to a white sand beach or a mountaintop that's out of my reach. I don't need a suit or a fancy tie to feel like $1,000,000 tonight. I just need the screen door swinging on the hinge and the porch light glow with a yellow tinge. Some people spend their whole lives chasing gold, buying every story that they've ever been told, but I got everything I need right here in a mason jar and a cold, cold beer. Is that homegrown happiness sweet and plain, like a summer garden after the rain? It's the sound of the crickets and the kids that play, and the smell of the clover and the fresh cut hay. No, you can't buy it and you can't sell it. It's a secret so deep, can't you feel it? Just some good old homegrown happiness. Got a tomato vine growing taller than me, and a tire swing hanging from the oak wood tree. My baby's in the kitchen, humming a tune underneath the light of a harvest moon. We ain't got much, but we got it all, watching the shadows on the living room wall. It's in the grease on my hands, in the dirt on my jeans. It's living a life that actually means something more than a number for a shiny car. It's knowing exactly who you are. It's that homegrown happiness, sweet and plain, like a summer garden after the rain. It's the sound of the crickets and the kids that play, and the smell of the clover and the fresh cut hay. No, you can't buy it and you can't sell it. It's a secret so deep, can't you feel it? Just some good old homegrown happiness. Yeah, it's growing in the yard, it's right in the heart. Don't have to look too far for that homegrown happiness. Yeah, homegrown. I threw your old flannel in a box out back, put a full tank of gas in this rusty black Pontiac. The driveway's getting smaller with every gear I shift, and I'm finally catching the breeze. I used to drift, no more walking on eggshells in the kitchen hall. I'm letting your memory hit the brick wall. The white lines are humming a brand new song, and for the first time in forever I'm singing along. I've got the windows down and the radio up, and I'm spilling the bitter from my morning cup. Yeah, I'm leaving you in the rear view tonight, watching your shadow fade out of my sight. Between the red tail lights and the yellow moon, I'm getting over you way too soon. The road ahead is open and the sky is blue, and I'm doing just fine, leaving you in the rear view. Past the town limit sign about 10 miles back, where we used to park down by the railroad track. I thought I'd feel a sting, thought I'd feel a tear, but the only thing I'm feeling is the atmosphere. The mountains are calling and the desert is wide, and there's nobody left to take me for a ride. I spent too many miles looking at the past, trying to make a dying engine really last. But you can't steer a car if you're looking behind, so I'm clearing the smoke out of my mind. Yeah, I'm leaving you in the rear view tonight, watching your shadow fade out of my sight. Between the red tail lights and the yellow moon, I'm getting over you way too soon. The road ahead is open and the sky is blue, and I'm doing just fine, leaving you in the rear view. Yeah, just a speck in the glass, watching the ghosts of us pass, smaller and smaller until you're gone, leaving you in the rear view. The iron is cold and the hinges are seized in the shadow of the tangle and the towering trees. It's been 20-odd years since the key turned the lock, and the ivy grew over the limestone and rock. I'm
pushing my shoulder against the dark bars, under the watch of the heavy-duty stars. There's an orange-red crust on the latch and the chain, the heavy-duty signature of decades of rain. It stains my palms like a dry, dusty blood as I stand in the weeds and the mountainside mud. It's just the rust on the gate to the secret garden, waiting for a hard old winter to soften. A barrier of metal in a world made of green, hiding the beauty that nobody has seen. It's the grit of the years and the weight of the time, blocking the path and the heavy-duty climb to the rust on the gate, to the secret garden. I remember the roses and the scent of the box, and the rhythmic tick-tock of the grandmother clocks. But the thorns have grown thick and the pathways are lost in a heavy-duty layer of the permanent frost. The gate is a skeleton, a ghost of the guard, standing so stiff and standing so hard. They say what is hidden is better left alone, in a kingdom of briar and a palace of stone. But I've got a hammer and a heavy-duty spark to break through the orange and into the dark. It's just the rust on the gate to the secret garden, waiting for a hard old winter to soften. A barrier of metal in a world made of green, hiding the beauty that nobody has seen. It's the grit of the years and the weight of the time, blocking the path and the heavy-duty climb to the rust on the gate, to the secret garden. Yeah, feel the iron give, where the memories live. One more shove for the garden of love, the rust on the gate, to the secret garden. The church bells are ringing across the county line, but I'm still here tangled in these sheets of mine. The dust is dancing in a beam of golden light, and I'm still wearing the shadows of last night. I tried to keep busy, tried to fix that kitchen door, but I can't find the reason to do it anymore. The radio is playing a song we used to know, and the clock on the wall is moving way too slow. It's a long way to Monday and a hard way to fall, when your ghost is the only one walking down the hall. So I'm pouring whiskey on a Sunday afternoon, watching the sun fade out way too soon. It's a bitter kind of medicine for a sweet kind of pain, trying to wash away the sound of your name. Yeah, the world's at rest, but I'm still making my way through a bottle of whiskey on a Sunday. They say Sunday's for family and a little bit of grace, but all I see is the empty side of your pillowcase. I should be at the diner or driving through the pines, instead of staring at these amber-colored lines. One drink for the memories,
find the strength to stand. Pick up the pieces and be a better man. But today the sky is heavy and the spirit is weak, and I'm looking for the comfort that I shouldn't seek. So I'm pouring whiskey on a Sunday afternoon, watching the sun fade out way too soon. It's a bitter kind of medicine for a sweet kind of pain, trying to wash away the sound of your name. Yeah, the world's at risk, but I'm still making my way through a bottle of whiskey on a Sunday. On a long quiet Sunday, waiting for the Monday blues to take the Sunday gray away. Neon open is the only light, stabbing through the belly of a rainy night. The linoleum's buffed to a dull gray shine, and the jukebox is choking on a country line. I'm the only soul at the countertop, waiting for the ticking of the world to stop. The waitress is leaning on a coffee pot, thinking about the things that she hasn't got. The steam is rising in a ghostly curl, in a slow motion, black and white, lonely world. It's just an empty diner at 3 a.m., a harbor for the broken and the lost in them, where the coffee's bitter and the talk is thin, and nobody asks where the hell you've been. A fluorescent island in a sea of black, with no way forward and no way back, at the empty diner at 3 a.m. I see my reflection in the napkin chrome, 1,000 miles from a place called home. The sugar shaker and the ketchup red are the only witness to the things unsaid. There's a trucker sleeping in the corner booth, drowning out the jacket and the hollow truth. They say the morning brings a brand new start, but it's a long time coming to a heavy heart. So I'll take another refill and a piece of pie, and watch the headlights of the world go by. It's just an empty diner at 3 a.m., a harbor for the broken and the lost of them, where the coffee's bitter and the talk is thin, and nobody asks where the hell you've been. A fluorescent island in a sea of black, with no way forward, no way back, at the empty diner at 3 a.m. Yeah, the rain is hitting, the clock is quitting, just sitting here with a lonely fear in an empty diner at 3 a.m. The blades are rusted and the tail is bent, a relic of a century that's come and went. Standing like a skeleton against the blue, doing the only thing it knows how to do. It don't need a motor and it don't need a hand to draw the silver water from the thirsty land. It catches a shiver from the western ridge, over the gully and the broken bridge. A lonely percussion, a metal on metal song that's been playing out here all summer long. It's just a windmill turning in a silent field, waiting for a harvest that the dirt won't yield. Round and round in a slow motion dance, at the mercy of the wind and the hands of chance. A spinning ghost on a galvanized tower, counting the minutes and the lonely hour. Windmill turning in a silent field. Cattle have gathered in the shrinking shade of the ribbon circles that the shadows made. The tank is overflowing with a mossy green, the coldest liquid that I've ever seen. It's a steady heartbeat in a world gone still, on the quiet shoulder of a limestone hill. It's seen the Dust Bowl and it's seen the flood, and the changing of the seasons in the farmer's blood. Staying right here while the rest of us fly, just a heavy-duty needle sewing earth to sky. It's just a windmill turning in a silent field, waiting for a harvest that the dirt won't yield. Round and round in a slow motion dance, at the mercy of the wind and the hands of chance. A spinning ghost on a galvanized tower, counting the minutes and the lonely hour. Windmill turning in a silent field. Yeah, let it creak while the tall grass speaks. Keep on spinning from the end to beginning. Windmill turning in a silent field. The sky's the color of a tarnished dime, and the air is thick with the weight of time. The cicadas are screaming in the heat of the day, while the corners turn in a dusty gray. Then I see a flash on the ridge out west. The first few drops are heavy and slow, hitting the pavement where the weeds don't grow. A little bit of steam and a sudden hiss, like a long-lost lover's ghostly kiss. It's the smell of rain on dry asphalt, forgiving the summer for every fall. That sweet sharp scent of the earth waking up, like a drop of silver in a clay baked cup. It's the rhythm of the road and the clouds above, the hardest kind of grace and the oldest love. The smell of rain on dry asphalt. I'm standing on the curb with my head tilted back, watching the water fill the spiderweb crack. It's washing the oil and the grit away into the gutters of a Saturday. I've spent a lifetime waiting for the flood to turn the dust back into honest blood. They say you can't bottle a feeling like this, a moment of relief that you didn't want to miss. It's a chemical reaction, a soul deep spark, bringing the light out of the heavy-duty dark. It's the smell of rain on dry asphalt, forgiving the summer for every fall. That sweet sharp scent of the earth waking up, like a drop of silver in a clay baked cup. It's the rhythm of the road and the clouds above, the hardest kind of grace and the oldest love. The smell of rain on dry asphalt. Yeah, breathe. asphalt. The odometer's clicking on a brand new Grand in a corner of the county that I understand. The tires are humming a familiar tune under the glow of a waning moon. I've seen the deserts and I've seen the coast, but I'm heading for the thing that I miss the most. The gravel's crunching like a choir of stone, the sweetest music that I've ever known. I'm shifting down as a creek comes near, leaving the shadows of the lonely year. It's just the final mile and the front porch light burning like a star in the middle of the night. The end of the road and the start of the rest, the quietest beat in a traveler's breast. I've chased the horizon and I've chased the sun, but the long haul journey is finally done at the final mile and the front porch light. I see the silhouette of the willow tree, looking like it's waiting just to welcome me. The paint is peeling on the mailbox post in the place that I've always loved the most. I don't need a map and I don't need a sign to tell me that this little piece of earth is mine. They say a man is built of the roads he takes and the heavy-duty choices that his spirit makes, but every turn and every highway line was just leading me back to this design. It's just the final mile and the front porch light burning like a star in the middle of the night. The end of the road and the start of the rest, the quietest beat in a traveler's breast. I've chased the horizon and I've chased the sun, but the long haul journey is finally done at the final mile and the front porch light. Yeah, pull the brake, for heaven's sake. Turn off the key, just you and me. The final mile and the front porch light. Yeah, I'm home. The church bells are ringing across the county line, but I'm still here tangled in these sheets of mine. The dust is dancing in a beam of golden light, and I'm still wearing the shadows of last night. I tried to keep busy, try to fix that kitchen door, but I can't find the reason to do it anymore. The radio is playing a song we used to know, and the clock on the wall is moving way too slow. It's a long way to Monday and a hard way to fall, when your ghost is the only one walking down the hall. So I'm pouring whiskey on a Sunday afternoon, watching the sun fade out medicine for a sweet kind of pain. Trying to wash away the sound of your name. Yeah, the world's at rest, but I'm still making my way through a bottle of whiskey on a Sunday. They say Sundays for family and a little bit of grace, but all I see is the empty side of your pillowcase. I should be at the diner or driving through the pines instead of staring at these amber-colored lines. One drink for the memories, two for the regret, and three for the things I haven't told you yet. Maybe by tomorrow I'll find the strength to stand, pick up the pieces and be a better man. But today the sky is heavy and the spirit is weak, and I'm looking for the comfort that I shouldn't seek. So I'm pouring whiskey on a Sunday afternoon, watching the sun fade out way too soon. It's a bitter kind of medicine for a sweet kind of pain. Trying to wash away the sound of your name. Yeah, the world's at rest, but I'm still making my way through a bottle of whiskey on a Sunday. On a long, quiet Sunday, waiting for the Monday blues to take the Sunday gray away. I walked where the water runs shallow and fast, over the bones of a summer that's past. I reached in the current cold and deep for the secrets the mountain wanted to keep. I picked out the smooth ones, the gray and the white, washed by the river and polished by light. They're heavy and solid, they're cold to the touch. They don't ask for nothing, they don't say too much. I'm weighing my steps as I climb up the bank, with a handful of treasures and a spirit to thank. It's just a pocket full of river stones, a heavy-duty rattle in my weary bones. Each one is a moment I wanted to hold, better than silver and better than gold, keeping me grounded when the wind starts to blow, giving me weight everywhere that I go. A pocket full of river stones, one for the daughter and one for the wife, one for the hardest day of my life. I carry them with me like a silent prayer, to balance the burden of the mountain air. They've been tumbled and turned by the flood and the grit, and they're stronger for every single second of it. You can lose your direction, you can lose your way, but the stones in your pocket have something to say. They tell you that time is just a long flowing stream, and you're more than the ghost of a half-finished dream. It's just a pocket full of river stones, a heavy-duty rattle in my weary bones. Each one is a moment I wanted to hold, better than silver and better than gold, keeping me grounded when the wind starts to blow, giving me weight everywhere that I go. A pocket full through the storm and the calm. A pocket full of stones, river stones. The morning is sharp as a wintertime blade, deep in the heart of the cedar tree shade. I'm swinging the hickory, swinging the steel, connecting with something that's heavy and real. The bite of the iron meets the grain of the oak, sending up a spray of the splinters and smoke. It's a rhythmic percussion in a world of the green, the oldest vibration the valley has seen. Wait for the silence to swallow the crack before the mountain starts sending it back. It's just the echo of an axe in the woods, doing the work that a heavy duty should, ringing through the hollow and the limestone wall, watching the giants beginning to fall. A lonely kind of music, a steady beat sound, tying the sky to the frozen hard ground. The echo of an axe in the wood. My grandfather's spirit is in the swing of my arm, building the heat for a heavy-duty farm. Every strike is a sentence, every chip is a word, the loudest confession the timber is heard. It's a dialogue of muscle and a dialogue of wood, in the place where the ancestors formerly stood. They say the machine is a faster way road to lighten the weight of a heavy-duty load, but there's a peace in the labor and a truth in the strike that a silicone engine will never be like. It's just the echo of an axe in the woods, doing the work that a heavy duty should, ringing through the hollow and the limestone wall, watching the giants beginning to fall. A lonely kind of music, a steady beat sound, tying the sky to the frozen hard ground. The echo of an axe in the woods. Yeah, let the rain fly to the top of the sky. One more swing, hear the valley sing. The echo of an axe in the woods. The mist is clinging to the hemlock trees, like a secret whispered on a mountain breeze. The ridges rise in a jagged line of slate gray stone and ancient pine. I'm winding up where the air gets thin, to the place where the sky and the earth begin. It's a blue-tinted world in the early light, hiding the scars of the valley's fight. There's a quiet power in the heavy-duty height that swallows the day and holds on to the night. I'm living in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains, drinking from the cold and the limestone fountains, where the ghosts of the hunters and the Cherokee tread, with a ceiling of stars hanging over my head. It's a long way up and a long way down from the noise and the grit of a riverside town, in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains. There's an old log cabin with a smoking flue, tucked in a hollow that the sun never knew. The banjo's ringing from a porch somewhere, the chill of the highland air. It's a hard scrabble life, but the view is sweet, with the whole wide world sitting at your feet. They say these hills are the oldest on earth, that they've seen every death and they've seen every birth. They don't care about time and they don't care for gold. They just watch the stories of the world unfold. I'm living in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains, drinking from the cold and the limestone fountains, where the ghosts of the hunters and the Cherokee tread, with a ceiling of stars hanging over my head. It's a long way up and a long way down from the noise and the grit of a riverside town, in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Yeah, let the fog roll in, let the night begin, in the deep dark blue, where the soul stays true, in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Starts as a shiver in the kudzu vine, creeping up the trailers in the longleaf pine. It carries the scent of the red clay mud and the rising heat in a young man's blood. It don't need a whistle and it don't need a bell to tell the stories that it knows so well. It's a low-down moan in the chimney stack, like a lonesome train on a rusted track. It's pushing the screen door open a crack, bringing the memories flooding back. It's just the sound of the southern wind coming back home to where it began, whistling through the gaps in the cedar board, like a holy note on a gospel chord. It's the breath of the valley, the sigh of the plains, washing the dust from the window panes, the sound of the southern wind. It's seen the cotton and it's seen the corn since the very first day that the hills were born. It knows where the old timers buried their gold, and the secrets the river has never quite told. I'm leaning my head back, closing my eyes, listening to the truth in the windy lies. It'll lift your hat, it'll ruffle your hair, it'll follow you down to the county fair. A restless traveler with no place to be but right here in the branches of the willow tree. It's just the sound of the southern wind coming back home to where it began, whistling through the gaps in the cedar board, like a holy note on a gospel chord. It's the breath of the valley, the sigh of the plains, washing the dust from the window panes, the sound of the southern wind. Yeah, let it blow, let the tall grass go around the bend, like an old-time friend. The sound of the southern wind. Yeah, that southern wind. The clock on the wall says it's 2:30. The bartender's yawning and I'm thinking of you. The crowd's all gone and the band packed their gear, but the silence is the loudest thing in here. I'm sitting in the corner where we used to sit, trying to find a spark, but the match won't light it. The jukebox is humming a low static buzz, and I'm missing the way that it used to be us. Now it's just shadows stretching across the floor, and the ghost of your laugh walking out of the door. It's just empty chairs and neon lights, painting the blues on these lonely nights. A hum of the sign and a cold glass of beer, wishing like hell that you were still here. The world's gone dark, but the buzzing stays bright between empty chairs and neon lights. There's a ring on the table from a drink long gone, just like the promise that we'd hold on. The red and the blue flicker against the glass, watching the ghost of the memories pass. I could go home, but there's nobody there, just a quiet house and a lot more air. They say last call and they turn up the brights. Hurts my eyes after all of these nights of hiding in corners and chasing the glow of a love that was lost a long time ago. It's just empty chairs and neon lights, painting the blues on these lonely nights. A hum of the sign and a cold glass of beer, wishing like hell that you were still here. The world's gone dark, but the buzzing stays bright between empty chairs and neon lights. Yeah, the neon's buzzing. The chairs are all turned up, and I'm still sitting here with nothing but the light. There's a notch on the door frame, 60 inches high, marked in pencil back in July. That was me at 10 and my brother at 9. Now his own son is standing in the same line. The porch swinging, squeaking a century-old tune underneath the glow of a big harvest moon. This ain't just lumber, this ain't just pine. It's a living map of your life and mine. It's the foundation that holds up the roof of 100 years of living proof. It's built on hardwood floors and family names, in a house that's seen the joys and the pains. Every scuff from a boot, every scratch from a chair is a ghost of a memory hanging in the air. We're just passing through, but the wood stays true to the ones who came before me and you. Hardwood floors, family names. I remember the kitchen where the linoleum peeled, and the smell of the harvest from the back 40 field. Grandma's Bible sitting on the mantelpiece with a family tree tucked in the center crease. From the weddings in the garden to the wakes in the hall, these four walls have heard it all. The world outside is moving way too fast, building things of plastic that were never meant to last. But give me a beam that's weathered and gray, and a name that won't ever wash away. It's built on hardwood floors and family names, in a house that's seen the joys and the pains. Every scuff from a boot, every scratch from a chair is a ghost of a memory hanging in the air. We're just passing through, but the wood stays true to the ones who came before me and you. Hardwood floors and family names. Yeah, sign your name on the beam. Keep on living the dream on these hardwood floors and these family names. Yeah, we're home.
It stands at the edge of the Miller's Creek, with a story in every wooden creek. Grandpa carved his name in 32, right next to a heart that was meant for Lou. Its branches reach out like a giant's hand, the oldest soul in this weary land. I've climbed those limbs to see the world, watch the flags of my youth get unfurled. It's seen the droughts and it's seen the floods, the winter frost and the springtime buds. Oh, the old oak tree, if it could talk about the lover's lane and the Sunday walk. It's a silent witness to the years gone by, holding up a piece of the Kansas sky. Deep roots running through the red clay ground, the only anchor that I've ever found underneath the old tree. There's a rusted chain where the tire swing hung, where we felt like birds when we were young. Now the bark is thick and the leaves are gold, a little bit scarred and a lot more old. I brought my son here just the other day to watch him run where I used to play. They're building houses on the hill nearby, but this old timber ain't ready to die. You can't replace what takes a century to grow with a neon sign or a concrete road. Oh, the old oak tree, if it could talk about the lover's lane and the Sunday walk. It's a silent witness to the years gone by, holding up a piece of the Kansas sky. Deep roots running through the red clay ground, the only anchor that I've ever found underneath the old oak tree. Yeah, still standing tall, watching us rise and watching us fall. 1,000 leaves in the autumn breeze, God bless the old oak tree.
I threw your old flannel in a box out back, put a full tank of gas in this rusty black Pontiac. The driveway's getting smaller with every gear I shift, and I'm finally catching the breeze I used to drift. No more walking on eggshells in the kitchen hall. I'm
I'm letting your memory hit the brick wall. The white lines are humming a brand new song, and for the first time in forever I'm singing along. I got the windows down and the radio up, and I'm spilling the bitter from my morning cup. Yeah, I'm leaving you in the rear view tonight, watching your shadow fade out of my sight. Between the red tail lights and the yellow moon, I'm getting over you way too soon. The road ahead is open and the sky's blue, and I'm doing just fine, leaving you in the rear view. Past the town limit sign about 10 miles back, where we used to park down by the railroad track. I thought I'd feel a sting, thought I'd feel a tear, but the only thing I'm feeling is the atmosphere. The mountains are calling and the desert is wide. There's nobody left to take me for a ride. I spent too many miles looking at the past, trying to make a dying engine really last. But you can't steer a car if you're looking behind, so I'm clearing the smoke out of my mind. Yeah, I'm leaving you in the rear view tonight, watching your shadow fade out of my sight. Between the red tail lights and the yellow moon, I'm getting over you way too soon. The road ahead is open and the sky is blue, and I'm doing just fine, leaving you in the rear view. Yeah, just a speck in the glass, watching the ghosts of us pass, smaller and smaller until you're gone, leaving you in the rear view. The alarm clock's a hammer on a cold steel bell. 6 a.m. in a town I know too well. I'm lacing up the boots like I'm armoring up, drinking bitter courage from a chipped out cup. Between the stack of the bills and the lack of the sleep, I've got a heavy duty promise that I've got to keep. It's a balancing dance on a razor's edge, leaning out far from the window ledge, one foot on the rim and the other on the light, just trying to make it to the Saturday night. It's the high wire act of a working man, doing the best with a calloused hand, stretched across a canyon of the dead and the doubt, trying to figure what the climb is about. Without a safety net or a steadying hand, just a heavy duty heart in a hollow land. The high wire act of a working man. The boss is a ghost in a climate-controlled room, while I'm down here in the grease and the gloom. I'm I'm walking the line between the yes and the sir, while the faces of my family start to become a blur. Every paycheck's a pole to keep me upright, while I'm swaying in the wind of the corporate might. One slip to the left and the house is gone. One slip to the right and I'm out on the lawn. But I keep my eyes fixed on the faraway shore, and I keep my boots moving toward the factory door. It's the high wire act of a working man, doing the best with a calloused hand, stretched across the canyon of the dead and the doubt, trying to figure what the climb is about. Without a safety net or a steadying hand, just a heavy-duty heart and a hollow land. The high wire act of a working man. You don't look down in this payday town. Just one more step for the secrets kept. The high wire act of a working man. There's a hole in the roof where the rain leaks in, but it lets me see where the stars begin. And that old guitar with the cracked wood grain, well, it finally learned how to sing the pain. I used to spend my life trying to keep it all tight, polishing the edges till they caught the light. But a mirror that's perfect only shows you the skin. It's the cracks in the glass that let the light deep in. I stopped fighting the tide, stopped holding my breath, and I found a little life in a world of death. Maybe I'm better off broken, better off torn, like a pair of old jeans that are perfectly worn. You can't fix a heart that was never truly real, and you can't heal a soul that's forgotten how to feel. So let the pieces fall where they're meant to be. Yeah, I think I'm better off broken and free. I saw you at the station in your Sunday best, hiding the heavy right under your chest. Looking so polished, looking so grand, with a trembling heart and a shaking hand. But I'm standing here with my scars on display, and for the first time I ain't looking away. You can see gold in the lines of my face. Every mistake is a saving grace. If I hadn't shattered, if I hadn't fell, I'd still be a prisoner in a perfect shell. Maybe I'm better off broken, better off torn, like a pair of old jeans that are perfectly worn. You can't fix a heart that was never truly real, and you can't heal a soul that's forgotten how to feel. So let the pieces fall where they're meant to be. Yeah, I think I'm better off broken and free. Leave the glue on the shelf, I finally like the look of myself, jagged edges and all, beautifully broken. Yeah, I'm better off broken. I don't need a garden with a white picket fence for a florist in the city making dollars and cents. I don't need a diamond that's polished and cold, or a story of a romance that's already been told. I just need a meadow and a Saturday breeze, and the way that you're laughing underneath the trees. You got a daisy tucked behind your ear, and suddenly the world is perfectly clear. No fancy dresses, no painted on smiles, just a love that can run for 1,000 miles. It's just wildflowers and you, baby, letting the wind drive us crazy, growing where the sunlight hits the ground, the prettiest thing that I've ever found. You don't need a crown to be my queen, you're the sweetest thing this valley's seen. Just a field of gold, a sky of blue, wildflowers and you. The way that you're walking through the tall green grass, watching the butterflies as they pass. You're a little bit tangled, a little bit wild, with the heart of a rebel and the soul of a child. I trade all the roses in a crystal vase for the look of the sunshine on your face. Some things are better when they're left to grow, without a plan or a place to go. Just like us, just like this day, finding our own beautiful way. It's just wildflowers and you, baby, letting the wind drive us crazy, growing where the sunlight hits the ground, the prettiest thing that I've ever found. You don't need a crown to be my queen, you're the sweetest thing this valley's seen. Just a field of gold, a sky of blue, wildflowers and you. Yeah, just blooming in the sun since the day we begun. Not a care in the world with my favorite girl, wildflowers and you. I've been carrying this weight in my denim pocket, next to a hollow heart and a silver locket. It's got jagged teeth and a coat of red, for a door that's been closed and a life that's been led. Found it buried in a box of old receipts, back when the world was wide and the air was sweet. It don't fit the house and it don't fit the car, it won't get me into the local bar, but I know the gate where the hinge is grown in a corner of the county that I've always known. It's just a rusty key to a padlocked dream, tossed in the middle of a muddy stream, trying to open up a ghost town door to a version of me that don't live here no more. Jagged little piece of a used to be that's losing its grip on the rest of me. A rusty key to a padlocked dream. I remember the day that I turned the tumblers, before we were losers and before we were gamblers. We were building a kingdom out of sawdust and hope, at the end of a fraying yellow nylon rope.
Now the wood is rotten and the roof is thin, and the only thing living is the wind getting in. Sometimes you gotta just let the iron rust and leave the old secrets to the moths and the dust, because a key in your hand is a heavy-duty thing when there ain't no more music for the heart to sing. It's just a rusty key to a padlocked dream, tossed in the middle of a muddy stream, trying to open up a ghost town door to a version of me that don't live here no more. A jagged little piece of a used to be that's losing its grip on the rest of me. A rusty key to a padlocked dream. Yeah, drop it in the dirt, let it lose the hurt. Don't try the lock on the granite rock. Just a rusty key to a padlocked dream. Yeah, let it be.
It's been flickering since the summer of '89, a buzzing halo on a rusted out sign. Half the letters are dark and the glass is cracked, like a tired heart that's been poorly packed. But it's the only lighthouse for 100 miles in a sea of corn and weathered stiles. It says eat some cold beer in a ghostly blue, with a hum that vibrates in your worn out shoe. A lonely beacon for the night shift crew and the wanderers just passing through. It's just a neon sign at the edge of the county, offering electric bounty, a little bit of light and a whole lot of dark, a buzzing, humming, glowing spark between the asphalt and the timberline, watching the world under a neon sign. Are dancing in the purple glare, in the humid weight of the midnight air. I'm leaning my head against the cold blast pane, watching the bugs in the drizzling rain. It don't ask for much and it don't tell lies, just stares at the road with its blowing eyes. They say the LED is the way to go, but I like the warmth of the gas-filled glow. It's got a soul that the new ones lack, a little bit of history calling me back. It's just a neon sign at the end of the county, offering up its electric bounty, a little bit of light and a whole lot of dark, a buzzing, humming, glowing spark between the asphalt and the
been flickering since the summer of '89. A buzzing halo on a rusted outside. Half the letters are dark and the glass is cracked, like a tired heart that's been poorly packed. It's been flickering since the summer. Yeah, it's been flickering since. It's been flickering since the summer. It's been flickering. It's been flickering. It's been flickering since the summer. It's been flickering since. Neon's buzzing like a trapped up fly, and the tile is stained with the years gone by. I'm standing here at the porcelain sink, trying my best not to stop and think, but the glass is fractured in a jagged line, splitting this weary face of mine. One eye's looking at where I've been, the other staring at the mess I'm in. 1,000 miles of coffee and grease, and a mind that hasn't found a moment of peace. It's a cracked mirror in a truck stop bathroom, reflecting the shadows in the midnight gloom. I'm seeing double, I'm seeing the cost of every highway and every soul I've lost. A jigsaw puzzle of a man on the run, wishing to God that the driving was done. Looking through a cracked mirror, there's a name carved deep in the wooden stall, and a shadow stretching down the narrow hall. I splashed cold water on a 3-day beard, facing the man that I've always feared. The cracks are like rivers on a paper map, leading me straight to the middle of a trap. It don't show the truth and it don't show the lie, just a silver backing and a bloodshot eye. You can't fix the image once the glass is broke. It all goes up like a cloud of engine smoke. It's a cracked mirror in a truck stop bathroom, reflecting the shadows and the midnight gloom. I'm seeing double, I'm seeing the cost of every highway and every soul I've lost. A jigsaw puzzle of a man on the run, wishing to God that the driving was done. Looking through a cracked mirror, yeah, grab a paper towel, hear the diesel growl. Don't look too long before the light is gone. Just a cracked mirror in a truck stop bathroom.
morning is sharp as a wintertime blade. Deep in the heart of the cedar tree shade, I'm swinging the hickory, swinging the steel, connecting with something that's heavy and real. The bite of the iron meets the grain of the oak, sending up a spray of the splinters and smoke. It's a rhythmic percussion in a world of the green, the oldest vibration the valley has seen. Wait for the silence to swallow the crack before the mountain starts sending it back. It's just the echo of an axe in the woods, doing the work that a heavy duty should. Ringing through the hollow and the limestone wall, watching the giants beginning to fall. A lonely kind of music, a steady beat sound, tying the sky to the frozen hard ground. The echo of an axe in the woods. My grandfather's spirit in the swing of my arm, building the heat for a heavy-duty farm. Every strike is a sentence, every chip is a word, the loudest confession the timber is heard. It's a dialogue of muscle and a dialogue of wood, in the place where the ancestors formerly stood. They say the machine is a faster way road to lighten the weight of a heavy-duty load, but there's a peace in the labor and a truth in the strike that a silicone engine will never be like. It's just the echo of an axe in the woods, doing the work that a heavy-duty should. Ringing through the hollow and the limestone wall, watching the giants beginning to fall. A lonely kind of music, a steady beat sound, tying the sky to the frozen hard ground. The echo of an axe in the woods. Yeah, let the rain fly to the top of the sky. One more swing, hear the valley sing. The echo of an axe in the woods. I'm standing now where the wheat fields roll, in a silence that's good for a weary soul. The sky is a canvas of purple and gold, and I'm watching a story of evening unfold. But I ain't alone in this wide open space. I can feel the ghost of your soft embrace. Starts as a rustle in the tall green grass, a secret that whispers as the minutes pass. It moves through the pines and the old willow tree, bringing a message back home to me. And I hear your name in the wind tonight, carried on the breeze in the fading light. It's a low, sweet hum, it's a haunting tune, rising up high to the harvest moon. Every breath I take, every sigh I send, I'm hearing your name in the wind. I remember the way you laugh in the rain, a sound that could wash away every stain. Now the seasons are changing and the birds fly south, but I still feel the taste of a kiss on my mouth. I don't need a phone or a letter to know that you're with me wherever the cold drafts blow. It's in the howl of the storm, it's in the draft by the door. It's a language I didn't quite notice before. The world is a chorus, a symphony blue, and every last note is a hollow for you. And I hear your name in the wind tonight, carried on the breeze in the fading light. It's a low, sweet hum, it's a haunting tune, rising up high to the harvest moon. Every breath I take, every sigh I sing, I'm hearing your name. Yeah, listen close, can you hear it too? Across the plain, across the dew, your name in the wind, just your name.